didn't make the news cut, but speaking of Kamala, did you see the clip of her that Fox put up of her doing a sort of French accent when she was in France?
I heard about it. I did not see it.
It kind of depends. Like, if you're looking for it, you'll find it. And
Was
if
she
you're
saying
not,
a French word?
No,
or
she was speaking English.
Just peppering her own.
That's pretty funny.
I heard it. I heard about it. I did not see it.
It was on the margin, but pretty funny if you're looking for it. It's been a minute since we've had anything to talk about Andy Dick related, and now we have an Andy Dick arrest.
I'm glad he's still in our lives.
Yeah, the troubled comic was arrested Monday in L.A. for allegedly smacking his boyfriend in the head with a bottle. Apparently caused a cut so deep that he needed stitches. Andy's been charged with felony domestic battery, but was out of jail just 3 hours later after posting $50,000 bond. This was the second time in 2 months that cops had to respond to this. Andy reportedly hit this guy with a frying pan in October.
Is he Andy Cap?
I know, right? Did he have a lump and then stars go around?
Well, the boyfriend was chasing him with a rolling pin.
He stayed out too late.
He had a couple pints at the pub.
This is, according to TMZ, this is Andy's 7th arrest, the most recent coming in June when he was charged with felony assault with a deadly weapon for going after his boyfriend with a metal folding chair. But remember that a dude knocked him out, remember, on the street, too?
Yeah, he was cold cocked.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
He's like an NFL player now with this amount of domestic abuse.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't frown on the gay couple abuse quite as much as we do with the dudes and the ladies.
Oh, yeah, we don't abide by that.
For as far as the gays have come in this new world order, they're not quite caught up to the punch out in the elevator NFL star status yet.
Right.
But what if we saw one that was huge and who had a very diminutive boyfriend? Would it affect us, or you don't think, they're both dudes, who cares?
Well, they're already doing a power bottom top scenario, so
Right.
it's kind of understood, I think.
It's their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're already pounding one.
And Andy Dick is like a little dog that bites a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like he comes in this weird little package, but he's quite violent.
Is he friendly? No.
No.
So he used to live on my street when I lived in Hollywood. Or he had some dealings with a house on my street. And I had a very flamboyant neighbor who I adored, and we went to lots of like dance contests and musicals together. And young, very young. And apparently he was approached by Andy several times. So was the guy, I have to look up Andy Dick's boyfriend, is he even more, is he slighter than Andy? Is he, because Andy seemed to be into a very sort of twink-like.
He keeps him young.
Okay.
He came out to Vegas to do Crank Yankers, 18 years ago, and had some difficulty and never came out of his room.
Oh, what happened?
Couldn't get a character.
He thought Crank Yankers was a movie shoot.
It was us as a producer is not what you're looking for, because you fly the guy out there, you put him up in a hotel, then you have studio time booked with him, and then he never. I kind of remember talking to his guy pal. He keeps those guys.
Shrouded.
Well, remember in Boogie Nights, there's the Asian guy threw the firecrackers?
Yep.
That's kind of Andy's, that's his vibe, you know what I mean? He wants a guy in his underpants with some black hats just kind of walking around.
Got it.
That seems to be the way he rolls.
But a million years ago, doing a radio row for God knows what, probably for Conway, Andy Dick came with his son, and his son's like a dude, you know, like it's just an interesting.
I always find Andy very pleasant whenever he come in. You know,
very nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and like talented and funny and energetic and whatever. I think there's, I think it's kind of if you took a look at sort of him and his career and what people thought and what his talent level was, you'd see a lot of Artie Lang type, it'd be very kind of equivalent, like maybe there's some substance going on that is slowing things down, or decision-making process.
He was on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, right? I'm not making that up.
I don't know.
I think so.
Like it.
Yeah.
Or was it Sex Rehab? Well, either way, he was
on something with Dr. Drew.
When did he go full gay? Because I always remember him kind of teetering. Where you're like, what's going on?
Not
with
only
Andy?
did he teeter, he had smoking hot young girlfriends that would anger the straight guys in the room because Jesus Christ, he's not even a full timer.
Yeah,
it'd be like the Kelly girls making twice as much as you, and you've been with the company for 21 years. Like the fucking temp is out earning me. He's temp straight.
Right.
And he's fucking pulling in all this world-class tail, and he's not even fully committed to it.
Yeah,
Man, look
there's
at
some
these.
lookers.
He didn't
on
even
here.
know. It's like, it's kind of like the high school coach is recruiting the shit out of the guy. He's not sure if he wants to play
Right.
quarterback
He
or
shows
not.
up
and
half the time.
You're running with a tire around your fucking ass, doing wind sprints and gassers.
It's like,
and
I don't know, like baseball more. It's like, come on, man, we need you to play for us.
He's not even committed to the sport.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's pulling down major tail.
Yeah, I'm just going through the
See, I think
file here.
that's how it works.
Oh, yeah, part of
I
the
think the
devious
guy's like,
plan.
hey, hottie, who everyone's tripping over themselves to buy you a drink every time you walk in the club. I might fuck you, but I may blow him instead. Yeah.
I mean, I just wondering. If
I said I might fuck you. Don't push
I heard. But do you want my number or something? Because not a lot of guys approach me that way. Usually they're dying.
Yeah, I
falling
know.
all over themselves
Well,
to fuck
obviously
me.
you're attractive, but look at this guy's hog.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Expect me not to suck that?
I do expect you not
Shit,
to.
is it an odd or an even day? I gotta check.
It's Tuesday.
Okay, so I made a commitment to a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday gay schedule.
Yeah.
But wait,
hold on.
maybe this will change your mind.
Oh, yeah, decent rack.
Oh, thanks.
Although I like some hair on my nipples because that's what dudes have. But all right,
in luck, buddy.
Wait a minute, sweetheart. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Oh, what time's it? Oh, we're at the bar. It's 11:37.
I can wait.
Technically, once we get into
23
midnight, it'll be the next
That's
day.
right.
You
If
better
you just
get to
want to kind of blow me now and just kind of warming me up, because I may just split with this dude.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Kind of grandfathered in if you do it before midnight.
I
whatever.
understand.
Until the-
Can I
It's a
just?
gremlin situation.
How about we just blow all this nonsense? You come back to my house now.
Is your brother there?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's a Tuesday. Wake him up.
Okay.
I'm going to assume he's younger. And scene. It works. Have you seen
Yeah.
the bevy of beauties he's
You're right.
been with,
Yes.
right?
They are good-looking ladies.
And kudos to him for not hitting these ladies with beer bottles and whatnot.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good
That's
willpower.
good.
That's right. So we've talked a little bit about like the troll mobs and how they screw with IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, and YouTube is taking a little bit of a stance now against them. So they want to take a little bit more control over the site, and this is how they're going to do it. The video service is hiding the dislike counts on content. The only people who can see how many have disliked it is the person who put up the video. Ooh. Otherwise, it's not going to be like, the greatest joke of all time that it was like the Justin Bieber baby video got, the most dislikes
Right.
and it was hilarious. Those days are over. So no one's going to be able to see it except for the person who put up the video. It doesn't seem like it will affect it's not going to steamroll because people love to jump on that train.
Oh,
so they're
yeah.
hoping that just making a joke out of it and pulling it out will stop people from doing that.
It's kind of more personal now. It's like, this is just for you to
Yeah.
see.
Only you know how
Yeah.
bad I thought this was.
But it'll stop the bandwagoning.
Right. Good point. But those downvotes are so ridiculous. I mean, like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony has thousands of downvotes, and you're like, all right, it's all out the window now.
And also, I don't think they do it right. Like, you can't go, IMDb is 10 and then it goes down to 1. You really want to fuck with an artist, just give them a whole bunch of 5s
Right.
and 4s. The
vanilla.
1, we know you're a hater.
We're just throwing it out.
Right.
Right, but
You're
give
mediocre.
you fuck up the 5, just like, it was okay, but it's usually better, but
Right.
you don't have to see it. That, as an artist, as a creator, much more devastating to get a 4 or 5 than a 1.
That's a good point. Don't tell them. We have another auction that is going to blow your socks off. Will Ferrell's costume from the movie Elf has sold at auction for 10 times the amount it was expected to
Elf
go.
is a weirdly beloved
It
movie.
is.
John
It is.
Yes.
Favreau.
Like it has become a
Yep.
very fast Christmas classic.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's maybe replaced Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
That's
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
movie.
Is that Thanksgiving?
I would say it's replaced Christmas Story.
Damn.
I mean, for
damn.
most people.
Big shoes.
Yeah, I
More
know.
relevant to younger people in
Right.
Christmas stories.
What about-
That's set in the 50s.
Christmas
Right.
Vacation.
I couldn't tell you. But I can tell you that Elf is weirdly beloved.
It really
Yeah.
is.
But it's good, right?
It's
It's fun.
great.
It's no Jingle All the Way.
Well,
or
they
Santa Claus 4.
the Santa Claus.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
they
Tim Allen.
they wanted it to bring in between 27,000 and 41,000. It raked in 300,000.
I'm telling you, memorabilia
Damn.
It's Bitcoin, a horrible economy, and people just going, fuck it.
Yep.
I'm not doing T-bills. I'm just going to watch I'm going to get 1.7% when the economy is losing 5% every. Like, I'm just not going to let my money wither away.
Right.
So I'll buy an elf outfit and I'll celebrate.
And the only prop that bested the elf costume was Tom Hanks' volleyball in Castaway.
Wilson, V. Wilson went up.
V. Wilson went for $389,000.
That's a bargain.
Really?
That's a all-time iconic film prop.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd say top 25 in all of film history.
I wonder if it helped the sale of Wilson volleyballs.
It did.
Did it?
At the time, the Wilson volleyball came out with a Wilson character edition.
Right.
At the time with the handprint and everything.
It's like the swing line on Office Space.
Yes.
Right.
Like E.T. with the Reese's Pieces.
Absolutely.
We should do one more example.
Rosebud the sled.
There you go.
I will say Harry Styles could wear that elf costume and still get laid.
He could
true.
pull it off. But now once you have
manly.
the elf outfit, do you put it in a humidor and the thermal controlled environment? Do you put it up on a mannequin and like put it in some lucite?
You wear that shit.
You wear
Really?
that.
Absolutely.
You don't take it to your furrier where they store all the mink coats all year?
You wear that, and let me tell you why everything's a disappointment. I'm going to write a book called "You Should Never See the Batmobile in Person."
Yes.
Because you just walk up and you go, "Oh, this isn't the
Right.
Not the real Batmobile.
No, it's the real Batmobile." It's got weird stick-on labeling things like my mom would put on Tupperware when that says Bat Chute on it. Yeah, but that's a steering wheel from a Ford Granada. Yeah, but we cut part of it off. It's like, but you just took electrician's tape and wrapped it around the. Yeah, this is the real Batmobile. Don't ever walk up on it. I guarantee you get in that elf outfit. Yeah. You walk around, but it's gonna be like, it looks so cheap. Like, that's not the real part. It's not the real outfit, is it? Oh, they will be disappointed. Trust me.
So you're saying lucite case, track lighting, and don't get too close to it. Put a rope around it.
But then you're going to be the most uptight dad in the world when the 5-year you're going, don't play with the elf outfit. I told me time to tell you this. That's an elf outfit. You understand? It's not made for kids. It's not a joke. It's not a toy. It's a real elf
outfit. Santa's elf helper outfit.
It's a real elf. No, there's no such thing as a real elf, but you know what I mean.
But if there were.
There's going to be a lot of screaming at the kids. And then at some point, your kid's going to be in therapy. And he cared more about that elf outfit than he cared about my education. It's going to be a lot of the elf.
You're right.
A lot of Ferris Bueller with the Ferrari. He's going to be kicking the lucite case.
The elf.
How much did Berkeley cost? One elf suit.
Right. Yeah. It's not going to work.
That's a good point.
That's right.
So I'm glad you brought up detecting when people are high and how that works, because there might be a new technology to help with that. So if you're high, researchers at the Stevens Institute of Technology in Hoboken, New Jersey, have developed a smartphone sensor that can tell.
HIDAR.
That's good. When you've had too much weed. This system detects impairment by examining smartphone user behavior before and after getting high. The research team believes that this new system predicts intoxication with up to 90% accuracy and hopes the system will help marijuana users know how kind of fucked up they are before they start making bad decisions.
The whole test is just a taco if you reach for it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Texting exes.
Right.
Yeah.
Lie.
Yeah, going out for the food cart.
Right.
3 a.m.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think, I feel like people that are high, well, I think there is a kind of difference between booze and pot, in that people that get high think they operate better when they're high. Now, no one around them thinks they do, but they think they're better high.
Right.
We all had that friend in high school, too. I drive better.
Yes.
I'm the opposite.
High school.
I cannot smoke weed. I know I'm bad at it. I'm a mess. I think everybody hates me, yada, yada. I'm so jealous of these people who get high in the morning and like function.
Yeah.
What a life. I can't imagine.
Yeah, and it becomes, for them some sort of lifestyle that they're now kind of applauded for, where it used to be a little shame was involved. That's now just part of you. You've all become like a Rastafarian or something.
Yes.
It's like a religion,
Ja.
And they keep telling you, hey, this weed will make you whatever, and this won't make you paranoid. But I'm all fucked on any of them.
Yeah.
These strains, they don't do shit different for me.
Yeah, I agree. They go, oh, what do you want to do? It's like, I'd like to get a good night's sleep. Well, you need the sativa. You know what I mean? But
Indica.
or you need this. This will wake you up, and then you'll feel... They don't even try that with booze. It's not like they go, Scotch, you'll be fucking all night.
Right,
An
right.
IPA, you're really going to crash that. You'll get that homework done. Like, it's just booze.
Yeah,
it's just you're
booze.
fucked up your fucking mess.
Same with heroin. It's just heroin.
Just heroin.
I got a test tomorrow. I got to study for.
I'm with you because I've been pitched smoke this pot and then you'll do this and it's like I'm just high. I just feel high.
I hate myself. I'm thinking about my dad. I'm holding my knees.
I'm like the same way. I fucking hate Mark Norman. I'm angry at my family.
Get that drop.
Well, let's talk about beer then. So back in September, I think we talked about this, a space mission called Inspiration 4 launched and landed, had some cargo. It included 66 pounds of hops that traveled over 300 miles above the Earth. Now it's back. And now they're selling it. Sam Adams Beer, they're calling it Spacecraft.
God.
It was available nationwide for delivery and everything else, but orders have skyrocketed so much that...
Skyrocketed?
Yeah. Good luck finding it. It's in the stratosphere. Good luck finding it that everyone's sold out of this Spacecraft beer.
Talk about things coming back, with fashion. Space is back.
Oh, big
my
time.
God.
Big
Yes.
60s.
Yes.
It is back, baby.
Yeah, we
Bezos,
weren't.
all that.
From like 1974 to like 10 minutes ago, we were like, who cares?
Right.
And now it's back, and it's kind of interesting because we did the moon, and then we got kind of bored. Like, been there, done that, too close.
Yeah.
And then we started thinking further out, like, we'll go to Mars because, like, we went to became like a high jumping competition. Well, we fucking cleared 6 foot. Let's go for 8 foot. But then we shortened it up. And it was like, instead of getting to the moon or beyond, we'll just get into the up in the
touch it
atmosphere
and come back down.
but we'll do it with celebrities,
Yes.
and that'll intrigue us for a while.
I think it means shit on Earth is bad. Like in the 60s, where it's like, let's get to the moon. It's riots. It's assassinations.
Missile crisis.
Yeah, and now shit's bad again. So we're like, let's go over there. Let's move to another neighborhood, basically.
Yeah, well, my theory.
Yeah, Adam has dark theories.
Got the richest guys on the planet all vying to get off the planet.
Yes.
Then look, you don't think they know shit before we know shit?
I'm sure they do.
I think they know shit before we know shit. I think
Interesting.
Elon Musk knows shit before we know. Whatever China's doing with their missile testing, I bet he's got some info that we don't
Inside
have.
horse.
Right.
But it seems to be a mad dash to outer space for the richest guys. I mean, it used to be who could have the biggest swimming pool.
Right.
Now it's like we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yes.
And they seem to know something.
Yeah.
And they all seem to have agreed on it.
Simultaneously.
Right. But they've turned it into, hey, it's good Bill Shatner. This will be funny. But
it's for filming.
They know something.
I hate this. But I thought we were supposed to go in. I thought the bunkers, the $1 million, bunkers in the
Tried
limestone
that.
caves.
That came and went.
Yeah,
That came
that's
and
right.
went. Yeah. Remember there was all the rich guy escape plan?
This is the new prep.
Well,
Space is the new prep.
I think the new conceit is when the shit really goes down, either you're going to be vaporized or you'll wish you were vaporized when everyone else is vaporized, except for Andy Dick, because he's like a cockroach. Like
Yeah,
he'll just
survive.
pop up out of your hatch. It'll be Andy
Hello?
Dick standing there throwing a beer at you or hitting you,
With a frying
with a
pan.
guitar, like an acoustic guitar, El Kabong style.
I'm going to go on record as saying I'm team vaporized.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of the marauding survivors.
I've seen the post-apocalyptic movies. I don't want to be wandering a desert landscape.
I don't want to be called a blood bag. I don't want. I don't want it.
No, event from every one of these apocalyptic, like post-apocalyptic movies, it only spares the worst people on the planet.
right.
The guy's missing an eye.
That's right.
Walk around with a fucking sawed-off shotgun.
The bounty
everywhere. Like,
hunters.
what happened? Where happened to the Mormons?
Yeah, he wasn't a
There's
pharmacist
nobody
before
nice
this.
left behind.
The only good
Your
thing-
in-laws are sweet people.
I know,
Why can't
seriously.
they be left behind?
No,
It's just,
vaporized.
just the worst of the
Just the
worst.
worst.
Yeah.
The only good thing about the apocalypse, though, is all the shit we fight about will just slough off. Like, hey, that's not my pronoun. In the apocalypse, it's like, we don't have time for that. We're looking for water.
Right.
The
Yeah.
zombies are coming.
Well-
Shut up, they.
Kyle Rittenhouse is coming.
We'll not talk about Tom Brady for like 3 weeks.
Yes.
Can he get us medicine?
He'll be left behind.
He'll survive.
Trust me, I know about Tom.
You can say retard again in the apocalypse.
Oh, man.
not all
Count me
bad.
in.
Comedy
Right.
will be good.
Portugal, not a country that comes up a lot, but they have a new mandate. They're introducing a law that bans employers from contacting workers outside of their regularly scheduled hours, and that is across the board. Phone, email, text cannot be done. It's they said the law stipulates that the employer must respect the privacy of the worker, including periods of rest and family time. Any violation
And that's
constitutes.
why Portugal's number one.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Oh, look out in the parking lot and see a bunch of Portuguese cars all
knew
parked.
it.
The finest precision. Yeah, you can go Germany, maybe Japan, but you want a high quality automobile, you go Portugal.
I don't know. I
Yep.
kind of like this. You know, you have a one-night stand. You never called. Rules are rules.
Yeah,
you know?
I thought I was your employer.
Right,
This-
exactly.
and there's a similar rule in France that gives workers the right to ignore after-hours business emails.
Hey,
It's
come on,
almost
how about a new
27.
mat, huh?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
really just don't hear. The only list that Portugal makes, and you'll know this soon enough, Mark, if you don't already, is like best kept secret of honeymoon destinations.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everyone's supposed to look at Portugal now.
Interesting.
Otherwise, I don't hear about it. I don't know what Portuguese food is.
No.
I don't know anything about
A lot
it.
of fish.
I think it's fish. Or you
Okay.
hear about the Portuguese fishermen.
Yes.
Right.
They're in
Which we
Rhode
think
Island.
is novel.
Right.
But when you hear about fishermen from like Oregon, you go, that fucking drug addict. Fuck that guy.
Redneck.
What's it
Yeah.
got to do? He's going and getting fish. He's
Fucking
bringing them back so you can
hillbilly.
eat.
Yeah, he's got good oxy.
He's probably wanted in Alaska,
Yeah.
and he made his
Off
way
the
down to
grid.
Oregon. You
Yep.
know, high school dropout. But somehow, if you're Portuguese, you're
romantic.
nobility
Right.
with you and your fucking net and your drag lines.
Fisherman is kind of off the grid. It's kind of nice. It's just you and the fish.
It's you or like the 3-month salmon boat. You either come back with 60 grand or you die at sea.
Right.
And
right.
as a fisherman, is it ever really your fault? You know what I mean?
Fish aren't biting.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Dive in and grab one? Like they're not biting. You're not fucking on this. You're not on the crab.
I'm here for you, goddammit.
You're not on the crab. It's really not
point.
you.
That's a very good point. Let's talk a little bit about.
No one ever says that. Like the Portuguese fisherman comes back and goes, fish weren't biting today. Weren't biting or weren't biting for you.
you.
You know
Take a
what I
look in the
mean?
mirror.
That's the way I would run my
Yeah.
village in Portugal.
Yeah.
It's chum check
My
time.
fishmonger.
We've got to internalize here, fishermen. Come
That's
on now.
good.
The weatherman is the only other gig where you can kind of just go, hey, look, science. I can't
Right.
predict. I'm not God. You go,
No.
well, what are you doing here then?
You know
Yeah.
Doppler?
Or
Yeah.
listening to you.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about the language. So we've had a name for every type of relationship. We've talked about the demisexual, remember?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Was
The
that Cuomo's
apocalypse.
daughter?
Yeah, like you got to be emotionally interested before you have sex, which I think is
You're
Right.
broad.
yeah, exactly. But according to Cosmo magazine, there's a new relationship trend. It's called ethical non-monogamy. Basically just cheating and not getting in trouble for it.
This is good.
Yeah, so the label is
Tell
important.
Mark more.
The label is important because according to a polyamorous educator, the ethical portion of it is the honesty and transparency between all parties involved. Otherwise, you're just cheating. So if you want to get in on, disclosing it, there's a name for it, and it sounds very sophisticated.
Is polyamorous what we used to call swinging?
Yeah,
No,
kind of. But you're in a
I
relationship.
think swinging is more specific.
Yeah, polyamorous is like
still have many lovers.
multiple people in the circle.
Yeah, you're not doing it with your wife. You're doing it.
Oh,
individually.
Or like you're in a relationship with like 4 people at a
Yeah, I
time.
think
Yeah.
Mormons, tradition, or back in the day, practice polyamory.
Right.
What was it called?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Non-ethical
But I was
monogamy.
No, the name of the profession. It was the most jack-off.
Polyamorous educator.
Oh, my God.
multiple
these titles.
romantic relationships and typically sexual. Yeah, because otherwise, what are you doing? Just talking.
Just
Did you hear
checking
about
in.
Andy Dick? Yeah, I sucked him off the other. Oh, I fucked him.
whore.
Wait a minute.
How is that?
Well, one was a Tuesday, but swinging is a little different, but it's in
Yeah.
the same phylum
like a
or
wife
something.
swap.
That's like you show up. Because I was talking to Lynch about this because we're working on the book yesterday, and I was saying that swingers a weird thing because you'd have to back in the day. You know, you didn't have any apps. You know, you had to like go up
Right.
to a couple's bar and
Yeah.
go like, "Hey,
fun.
You down?
Hey,
You like to
right."
party?
And that's why they had an outfit. You had like a burnt turtleneck sweater with a medallion on the outside of
There's
it.
a
Yeah,
tell.
Big
peacock.
pork chop
Right.
sideburns and smoked glasses. And like,
You have to deliver a message.
you had to go, hey, we're the swinging
Right.
couple over
Yeah.
here. We're not wearing cargo shorts.
Right.
Now everyone's wearing fucking cargo shorts and flip-flops. Like how do we approach the swingers?
Yeah, you're
I mean,
right.
they have it
It's-
online.
it's all
You
apps.
do an app
Yeah.
now.
Well, I told you I went to that orgy and everybody waved at me and I waved back. So like apparently, but then I sat there. So I guess you got to get a little more specific than a wave if you want
Yeah.
everyone to catch on to your code.
Swinging is strictly sexual, but the polyamory, Chris,
Is relationship.
has
Yeah.
relationships
There you
to
go.
it.
Polyamorous educator is like boob inspector. It feels like they just made that gig up.
FBI,
Yeah.
federal boob inspector.
Yeah.
As somebody who went through a dark time not unrecently and watched
Black
all
guys? Oh, sorry.
but also watched all of Sister Wives. I don't. Why do we care if people are polygamous or not?
What do you mean?
Why
I
can't
don't
you
know.
marry more than one person at once? Like if they're all into it, who cares?
It's technically illegal. I
It
don't
is
know why
illegal.
Yeah, it
We're
is.
It's
jealous.
It is.
We're jealous.
And
Well,
I
I
guess
don't
they're
care,
trying to
though.
decriminalize it, but it's still illegal. What do I give a shit if these people live together and have 18 kids?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird. It's
look,
a
I
law.
barely get incest, so you're talking to the wrong guy.
Don't knock it until you try it.
Said I barely got it, but I get sort of the broad strokes of
Understand
it.
the appeal.
Sure.
But this really none of our GD business, right?
Everybody's got one hot cousin.
That's right.
Let's move on. I have a great money saving tip for anyone who lives near.
There should be an app for a hot cousin exchange program. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like everyone's got a hot cousin,
Yeah.
but who really wants to cross that line? But if Mark's got a hot cousin, I got a hot cousin, and
Right.
you know.
Oh,
Okay.
like
We
baseball
can
cards.
keep it above the board over
swap,
here.
yeah.
Either way, you end up with a hot cousin.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Just not all the judgment.
We call
you
it
know?
kissing cousins.
Yeah.
That's,
That's
the
the
app.
app.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Never got that term.
So if
I never
you,
really got it.
yeah, what does it mean?
Well, it was an Elvis movie.
Well,
What?
it was taken from the phrase, the cousins that were a little more than friends.
Right.
Back in the
Oh,
certain
so it
parts
really
of the
does
country.
mean that.
No,
I
but-
think in certain
but it
states it was
means-
still legal to marry your third cousin or
It
something.
means something.
Yeah, I
though.
thought it was more like.
I think there was an Elvis
Oh,
movie.
really?
Well, it was like when I used to play Pop Warner football. If we ever tied a team, they go, "Tying's like kissing your sister,"
Sure.
which meant it's like no thrills. You
Sure.
know, so there was like something behind it. And kissing cousins means something.
This
I
says
think.
something that is of a very similar character to another thing of the same type. So beneath the surface, gospel music and the blues are kissing cousins, is their example.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
That does anything for you.
I stick with apples to apples.
It's better.
Or something
you
like
go.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you live around a theme park, you might want to listen up if you're trying to save a little money on food. This guy in California,
Oh, I heard about this.
I'm assuming Valencia, yeah, has managed to save money in a way I have never heard of. This 33-year-old guy named Dylan says he managed to pay off his student loans by eating at amusement parks all the time. So he says he bought a $150 annual pass to his local theme park. I assume that's Six Flags. The pass gives holders year-round unlimited access to the park, including parking and 2 meals a day. He
The story
first-
I read said Six Flags.
yeah, he first came up with the idea back in 2014 when he was interning 5 minutes down the road from Six Flags. Dylan realized if he timed it right, he could get lunch and dinner for free any day the park was open, plus unlimited drinks. Mark loves this.
Hero.
After 7 years of the Six Flags diet, Dylan says he's managed to buy a house nearby. All right, now I'm in.
They totally have funnel cakes.
Right. And plans to keep dining in the park. He says he's not going anywhere as long as they keep changing the menu up. I'm happy.
He's got to be 900
He's
pounds.
gotta be.
I mean, it's just hot dogs and funnel cake.
Yep.
Where do we come down on that guy in the pantheon of dateable with Uber placard on the dash,
Ralph's card.
Ralph's key card or Ralph's club card dangling from the keychain? Guy who's impressing you with his financial prowess. You know what I mean? Like,
This guy's going to make you money over the course of your relationship. So think about this decision.
I mean,
I still work. Now, look, all three of them are into money, but not the kind of money models are
not
into.
a power broker.
You could probably get 2 good dates out of it because it is still an amusement park, and
Right.
you have a meal,
That's what I was going to say.
you hold hands. It's cute.
I think the amusement park is the saving grace for this guy.
Oh, you're missing the forest for the trees. This is an industrious, ingenious fellow.
Agreed.
He will figure out ways around problems.
Maybe,
Innovative.
but he's a kissing cousin of the coupon clipper, and all of my coupon clippers I know are in save a nickel mode, not
Yes,
make a
yes,
buck mode.
Yes.
True.
But I think you would be wise to go to the amusement park with your potential suitor because I think Six Flags has that log jammer ride.
Good gay bar.
Flume. And if the guy insists on sitting behind you and not next to you on the log jammer, that means he's heavily into anal.
Gay code.
Look it up. It's not gay code. It's just heavily
straight
into anal.
facts.
And I'm just saying, if the relationship progresses,
You know
at
where you
some
stand.
point, there's going to be a request.
Yeah.
If he
Okay.
sits next to you,
Oh, good.
that's fine.
You're
If he
equals.
goes, yeah, well, why don't we
Sit
go
on my
tandem?
lap.
Why don't
Yeah.
I slide it to the back? There's one open the back. I don't get splashed as much back there. You
Right.
sit up front.
Then we'll
Right.
take the L out of Six Flags.
That's right. The log jammer.
Yeah.
Look out. It's a tell.
That's
What
a.
Look it up, by the way.
Splash Mountain, too.
Chris, Google that shit.
Oh, I love the log
What if he's
jammer.
so bold as to
flume.
sit in front?
Ooh.
If he sits in front, well,
He likes
He's a-
pegging.
now you got
Spotted.
Andy Dick
You got-
situation on your hands. You don't want that guy.
The log jammer was a ride.
Oh, they caught on to my little test.
Every park has the log jammer.
I think AIDS ruined it.
Oh,
There's
boy.
2. I think you can go 2 and 2, right?
Too much. Too much.
Too soon. Again, if he sits behind you, it's a tell.
Well, now I guess that can be tested on Matterhorn because you have
the
to sit
Matterhorn.
behind somebody.
Oh, it's a toboggan.
Yeah.
style.
Do you have to sit behind him?
I think so.
You can't go side.
No.
Oh, yeah, but if
least
you
not when I
have
was
to,
there.
it's not a tell.
Oh, you're right. Well,
He gives up the
yeah,
seat
no,
next to
I
you
understood.
to slide behind.
Understood.
They need a 2-seater in there.
Right.
Yes.
You know, the banana splits.
The band?
Six Flags over St. Louis.
Okay.
The opening of the banana splits from like 1969. Tra la 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 la. You will recognize the banana splits.
You know that
They were in like Six Flags over St. Louis, and there was a log jamming tableau that was explored in that.
Wow.
That's what I remember from my childhood.
His memories are strictly TV based.
Yes.
They're all TV based.
Promo, intro.
It's not from the many times I
meant
went
to
to
say
Six Flags over St. Louis. It was from the Partridge Family
Right.
episode where Keith fell in love with the tour guide,
Right.
where they went to Six Flags, and also the beginning. You can find it. See, Banana Splits opening. It's got to be all over the internet. We'll pop it up.
Talk about a food that nobody eats or talks about anymore.
Yeah, right?
What happened to the banana split?
It's a big
I think
item.
it's over Texas.
That's over Texas.
Six Flags over Texas.
Ah, you're slipping, old man.
This is not it, but oh.
To tell me there's a guy on the stage they call the teenage race.
Right, but you need the opening to the banana split.
I mean, don't get us wrong. This is upsetting,
That's
too.
as upsetting.
Okay.
But the Tra La La song.
Yeah, I like that song.
You remember the banana splits?
No. Yeah, I mean, I know that song.
They'd have, I didn't even know how it worked. It was horrible, but they'd have these vignettes. They had like, I don't know, Danger Island and they'd roll in these cartoons. It was like Saturday morning, banana splits. and then they'd throw to the cartoon, and there'd be
Right.
like these 12-minute interstitial cartoons. It was not entertaining at all, but like when you're in prison, you'll just read the same matchbook over and over
Right.
again.
And he poured in a storm.
Here it is. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, Chris. These guys are band.
Yeah.
They're rocking pretty hard.
The dance.
You don't have to memorize any lyrics. Oh, it's coming though.
These guys are terrifying.
Sure, everyone in those outfits is dead by now.
Yeah.
Hard to see why this didn't stand the test of time.
Yeah. The log jammer
There you go.
making up a mess of fun. Lots of fun for everyone.
Everyone gets their moment.
Oh, it's Hanna-Barbera. That's why it's pure and utter just schlocky junk.
Do you think that got these guys any tail? I'm one of the banana splits.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't get them tail, but it got a whole bunch of other guys who said, I'm snorky. But they just were at the methadone clinic up the
Right.
street. They got a blowjob.
Yeah. Now, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera, if those fucking retards made food, they would pour syrup over packed peanuts, styrofoam peanuts, and call it cuisine. Like that's creatively, that's
Yeah.
where Hanna-Barbera was. Their stuff was just junk.
I mean, we can't argue with that after what we saw.
But no competition.
Trillionaires, though.
Oh my God. All right. Costumes designed by Sid and Marty Krofft, the other two biggest hacks on the planet.
The singularity.
Oh my God. What a world. I mean, those guys and Sherwood Schwartz and
Yep.
all the fucking hacks of my youth. They must have been confused, which is, how did I have 14 shows all running simultaneously from 1973 to 1982, and then I've had a 40-year dry spell? Like, how's that physically possible? And it'd be like
Flintstones money. I mean, it's just royalties all day long.
competition.
because other shows, other networks, because now there's competition, and that's why you suck.
You think they justify it by like, hey, sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're not.
Well,
times.
what they did is they went like, all right, well, okay, we'll do the Brady Bunch, rockin' Christmas Brady Bunch. We'll do the Arbor Day Brady Bunch special. We'll do the Brady Kids Get Married. We'll do Brady's
Reunion.
Variety Show. We'll do the Brady's Go to Gilligan's Island and play. Like they must have had contemporaries who wrote on real shows. You know what I mean? Like they must have had some guy who was in their 50s who wrote for the Rockford Files or
Right.
something, and they went. They'd go out to lunch at the club or something. Go, hey, Sid and Marty Krofft, with Hanna-Barbera, what's going on? And they go, well, we got a lot of irons in the fire. Let me guess, Brady something from 14 years ago.
Hey.
People love it.
All right, did we bring it home?
We'll do it now. I'm Gina
Ugh.
Grad, and that's the news.
Don't send me to bang me in the blank prison.
Gina. That was the news with Gina Grad.
Oh, because of the banana splits, NBC picked up Sid and Marty Krofft's HR puffin stuff, which is just another fucking
know that
abortion.
What was the sea lion or the sea monster? Sigmund.
Yes. Was there Land of the Lost?
There was.
Oh,
Yeah.
was
That
there?
was the worst. People forget about Lidsville.
I don't know that one.
Lidsville was a place where
Hat store.
everyone was in a hat.
Oh, I was kidding.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
no.
Scraping the barrel.
Lidsville started off. Now you got to find the opening of Lidsville. Lidsville starts off at Six Flags Over whatever with like a magician. And a little boy like goes around the back to see the giant magic hat. It starts
Yeah.
shaking and he falls in. And we all know when you fall into an opening, you end up in a magical place.
Oh.
Unless it's a fucking well.
Six Flags Over Texas.
Six Flags Over
Again.
Texas. And he fell into it and he ended up in Lidsville with his talking flute.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
That's all we had.
Wait, why are we back at the amusement?
Yeah, same Six Flags over Texas.
Because the cameras were out. And they're like, why don't we shoot another opening?
There's the hat.
Charles Nelson Riley, by the way, was the magician.
Oh, wow. That's an Osmond vibe, that boy.
Yeah.
He didn't leave.
He did return the secret of the hat to learn, but everyone had gone away and darkness held a threat. The moment that he touched the hat,
Hey, Chris.
Tempo picks
Yeah, I
up.
like
That's
that.
right.
Jazzy.
Finger popping.
began to grow and grow and grow and grow.
Oh, the effects are marvelous.
Yeah, not bad.
And grow.
Stunned and he was fascinated, still he had to
Oof,
see.
a lot of expository information.
Oh, my God.
This is like porn plot level, man.
Cautiously, each step he took, he climbed
Cables
upon
out.
the ground to look, and all at once the hat began to
Oh,
shake
God.
and rock.
Look out.
He's so obvious he just fell into the hat. You saw his feet like
Move,
bounce.
yep.
I got to do a second take.
I wonder what this kid's doing now.
This is very Wonder
Picture
Show.
me at 11 watching a 13-inch Zenith on my stepdad's bed, which was my sofa.
How do you not have nightmares?
Yeah.
I do
Creepy.
every night.
When he looked into the skies, he
There's
could
more?
feel his ears all Lidsville is a cookies. Lidsville is a kiss. Lidsville is a goobiest. Lidsville is a living and friend. If you get a chance to go there, you'll be glad you did. Cause everybody who goes to Lidsville really flips his lid.
Oh, man.
How's that for a topper?
Oh my God.
You know how many shows I've pitched that got turned down? And you see this?
Lidsville ran for 17 seasons on NBC. Oh, that was entertainment for kids. Sid and Marty Crawford had to be junkies who were just fucking
yeah.
with kids. Like,
It seems
it was
like it's
scary and weird and bad
Yeah.
acid trip kind of
Right.
level.
It
stuff.
seems like it's from like maybe an underdeveloped country. Like it doesn't
Uh-huh.
seem
Yes,
very.
I agree. Like
God.
Portugal.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So the main kid, Butch Patrick, if I'm reading this right, he was Eddie Munster.
Oh, Butch Patrick. Right.
Oh, was that
Right.
Butch Patrick? Well, there you go.
run.
So he had
Fuck
a
do I know?
long and storied career. Ended up in 71. Was that him?
I mean, Butch Patrick is from.
That is him. Yeah, I didn't know he was the Lidsville kid.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. You can check out all my stuff at our Chassis channel on Pluto TV 687. We got the Shelby Doc and Uppity and 24-Hour War. We got Going Racing with me if you want to check out all our plans. Live shows coming up, Helium. We're doing that. We're doing live pods and stand-up there December 22nd. And the 23rd, live dates for Mark Norman, everybody. Coming up, New Orleans, Royal Oak, not the theater, Atlanta, Toronto, and more. And go to the website. Go to marknormancomedy.com for tickets. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Mark Norman and Gina Grad and John Phillips and Ball Bryan saying mahalo.
Any violation
And
constitutes.
that's why Portugal's number one.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Oh, look out in the parking lot and see a bunch of Portuguese cars all parked. The finest precision. Yeah, you could go Germany, maybe Japan, but you want a high quality automobile, you go Portugal.